Hey everybody, welcome back. Hopefully you are here from part one that I had shared with last week. Apologies, I believe in that video I said that I would have this video up on Wednesday, but between sheer laziness and being tired, it's up a day late. So here we are. So the last video I had the berry reds of the Rohrer and Klingner drawing inks. I'm sure I said that wrong, but you know, I just want to try a little bit every time. These are the berry red groupings that you can find on Heikala's shop. The colors come in Scarlet, Carmine, and golden yellow. So in the first video, I will link that down below if you want to go back and watch that one and watch me test out the inks, see how they react on that page to the left. Excuse me. For this page here is where I'm going to do just a bunch of little sketches, paint with the inks, see what the colors look like, and yeah, just do a little fun sketchbook page. So if you remember in the last video, I had showed the Pentel pocket brush, and I was getting ready to use it. Well, here you can see I had put the ink cartridge in, and I noticed I had some ink on my hands, and as I tipped it, I was screaming inside. So what I think happened was, it's a new cartridge. This is my first time using this pen, this brush pen, so I'm not sure the proper way to store it. And to be honest, I still haven't looked it up, but I do now store it upright. When I opened it, I inserted the ink cartridge, and then I put it in one of my little pen storage things upside down, hoping to help the ink draw down into the bristles, because when you get one of these pens brand new, the bristles of the brush are white, so there's no ink in them yet. So I stored it upside down, hoping to drain the ink down. As you can see, it all pooled in the cap when I took it off, and it poured out. And I just showed a bunch of pictures that the ink had actually seeped through all the seams of the pages, and for the way that this book was bound, it was concentrated to that, I don't know what the technical term is, but that grouping of paper. So you can see in those pictures that it bled through all 4 sheets or so, but wasn't a big deal when it got to the other ones, because it didn't really leave too much, it didn't show through too much. So one of the good things though is this does dry relatively quickly. By the way, when you saw the drip roll down the side of the page, I think I sped that up to like 200 or 2000%, and that is still how slowly that little ink drip was rolling down the page, mocking me as I was panicking, trying to figure out how to clean it up, but while hoping I also didn't get it all over myself at the same time. So yeah, I know now I store mine right up. If any of you had these issues, leave a comment below, which way do you store your pocket brush? Most of these sketches I did for the berry reds, I wanted to kind of be floral. Um, at the time when I had initially recorded this and done it, I was just super into wanting to draw peonies. I'd like to draw more floral. I want to learn how to draw more flowers and floral pieces, but I'm always just intimidated by the shapes of the flowers and whatnot, and it's just something I gotta practice on. Sunflowers is another thing I really do enjoy drawing. I have several in one of my sketchbooks. Um, I feel like they're nice and fun and easy. And then, of course, with these colors, I can easily draw some mushrooms. Why would I not do that? I almost threw a pumpkin in there, but I didn't. That doesn't mean I won't draw another one at some other time. But I also wanted to do the scarf. One of the things I noticed in Heikala's videos is when she draws a lot of her characters in knit sweaters, and she does this little texture pattern, so you could essentially, kind of just shows the each knit stitch, or I guess I think it's technically called a purl stitch, but I'm a very terrible knitter. I crochet. But you can see all the stitch marks, and it gives it that extra oomph, that extra texture, and it just really adds to it. So I tried to do that as well as doing a gradient in the scarf. You can't see it because the footage is sped up so fast, but I struggled a lot with using the brush pen. I mean, it was the first time I used it, so I would have been a little bit happy and impressed with myself if I had, kind of mastered it right off the bat. I still do like the line work from a distance. That I did, but I want to get better control with it. I want to learn how to vary my lines the way I want to and not on accident. My hands kept shaking. I don't know if I was just, nervous trying to use this new medium, this new art material, because really me doing this is the first time I've ever used these materials. But I really like them, and it's something I'd like to practice with. I would like to get better at it. These cone flowers here, I had actually intended on doing more with them, and as you'll see later, I kind of left that one pretty plain. It was partially because I actually liked it the way it was, but at the same time, it was one of those, I like it the way it is, but I want to do more, but I know if I do more I can't take it back to the way I liked it, just in case I mess it up, so I just left it alone. And realistically, this is a sketchbook, so I should be completely fine with making mistakes, but I like having my sketchbooks look at least a little pleasing, to me anyway. I know everyone treats their sketchbooks differently. Some people want to make them super aesthetic, and every piece looks like a finished work. I try to treat it as a place where I can do pieces that I like that I wouldn't necessarily consider full pieces of work, but like things like this page, I enjoy. And then I'm gonna have sketch pages as well, more so in some other sketchbooks, but I'm trying to loosen up with my sketchbooks and not try to be so serious about them. So if I haven't said it already, I probably did in my head because I was thinking about it. Out of all the little squares on this page, personally my favorite is gonna be the mushroom. I like mushrooms. I enjoy drawing mushrooms. I draw lots of mushrooms. You could probably see that more on my Instagram, and I definitely have little post-it notes at work with mushrooms drawn on them. One thing I will say that I was pleasantly surprised when I was painting the log and I was painting the inside shadow of it. I actually didn't mean to make it that red color, but I really feel like it worked really well, and I'm actually super happy it came out that way. Now you can see me trying to work on doing the gradient with the scarf. The inks dry very fast, so I'm trying to work very quickly to also not get any harsh lines where the ink has dried. But I can still, try to make some sort of a transition. And you can kind of see it there. But that's another thing I'm trying to work on. I want to appreciate the imperfections in my art a little bit more. So if I do have those hard lines there, um, try to make it work. Or just acknowledge it's there. I mean, I'm still learning, still working on it, practicing. I feel like this page is kind of full of not really random things, but it's got, two different types of things going on. I've got three of them flowers, and then you've got like the woodsy mushrooms and whatnot. And then here's some Christmas ornaments and a scarf. And I really wanted to draw the flowers because I like drawing flowers. And I felt like these were really good colors for that. All three of them, really. But then, obviously, like I said, I drew mushrooms, but then, it's getting to that time of year where, it was getting close to Christmas and the weather's getting colder outside, and it made me think of those things. And so, I didn't want to make the whole thing flowers. Not that I feel like there's anything wrong with that. I could have very easily done that and still enjoyed it just as much. But I was trying to do different items, just for a variety of shades and colors for things and not all just the same thing, if that makes sense. For now, there's a few minutes left. I'm going to let the music play for another minute or so, and then I will see you at the end. So I've pretty much wrapped up everything. I finished all the pieces, and here's just kind of a close-up shot of each one so you can see how it dried on the paper. I don't feel like there was too big of a color shift, and that's really nice. Next time I'm going to do the gem greens, so please stay tuned for that. Subscribe and maybe hit that notification bell if you do want to get upcoming heads up for that. As always, thank you for watching. Appreciate all of you, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.